Greetings, gentle viewers, after what seems like far too long! We're back to the halls of Hope's Peak Academy. Last time it seems like we didn't accomplish that much. We got punched in the face, determined we had a girl's room, and acquired a probably trustworthy ally.
I don't trust her!
I want to trust her, but I don't know if we can! It's just such a common trope that we can't trust anybody except probably Mondo. And maybe Sakura.
Yeah, probably.
I can't imagine either of those two, right?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Please! Cosmos, don't let me down on Mondo! So without further ado, we're gonna jump right back in. We're the Bittersweet Gamers.
I'm We Squared.
And I'm the Opinionator. So, without further ado, let's get going. Everyone has just come back from their initial scouting trip.
Well, not everyone.
One of our rather more suspicious people hasn't quite made it. Dang it, I still don't know the controls. Yeah, I got my eye on you. I don't trust you one bit.
Don't really trust anyone else for that matter, but, you know.
More or less, although Celeste is still the person I trust the least. I mean, she's the only person who screams out, I am probably evil!
Okay, so since you're in the dark about all this, let me lay out what's been going on. Everyone's split up to investigate different parts of the building, but...
You know, these parts in these games are always among my favorites, like the big exposition dump.
Yeah.
Because this is when you find out just how bad everything is. Plus, you really get to know all the characters doing it.
Right.
You see.
Yapia and Taka each went off on their own, and so did Kyoko.
I remembered how to hit the Y button.
Reaction! I wanted to try and find some clue as to who's responsible for imprisoning us here. I totally didn't murder Kyoko.
God, surely not already. No, I've already made my feelings on wandering off by yourself pretty clear. Like, I think that's terrible. So, yeah, I mean, looking isn't gonna hurt, but there's really no way to tell.
Yeah, it's not like they're going to leave like a journal or something lying around. But unfortunately, I made no such discoveries. That's all from me. Really? That's it? If I didn't cover anything, naturally I would have more to say. But I didn't, so I don't.
He's probably telling the truth about that.
Right, understood.
Probably.
Probably.
I think in a situation like this, the first thing you have to do is give people the benefit of the doubt when you're trying to trust them. Like, how are you going to be able to trust everybody if you are distrusting them from the start?
Yeah, it's also highly unlikely that that someone's immediately going to jump to wanting to murder someone.
Yeah.
It's highly unlikely. As the pressure builds, the more weak-willed ones are going to crumble first.
I mean, it could also be making the rational decision as opposed to crumbling.
Right.
I mean, I'm still a big advocate of everybody needs to do all of this together and refuse to play the game.
Pick ally, for the love of God!
But, I mean, obviously it'd be lame if that actually worked.
Right, it wouldn't be a game.
So I could only respond to one of them.
No, she's going to bring up the other one.
You see.
See? Just like with the tutorial.
Alright.
I spent some time looking around the dormitory and...
Listen to me!
There I made a discovery of the century! I found there was exactly one room for each person!
My God! My world has been completely changed!
I had to tell you all this!
I can see already that some people are not going to be particularly suited to an investigation. Well, yeah, I figured that out before anything else. Yeah. Each door already has a nameplate on it, so I guess all the rooms have been assigned already.
One would imagine that's the first thing they do before kidnapping students.
By the way, weren't those kind of cute? I really liked how all of their eyes were looking in the same direction, too. Except for Hifumi.
And each room key was attached to a keychain with the owner's name precision etched onto it.
Which confirms that the room I was in earlier is, in fact, my room.
Oh, Makoto.
Again? Again with this!
Just to make perfectly clear, that was Makoto's room.
What I will say about that, though,
Yeah.
this does kind of bode well for the future. Like, just like in the Phoenix Wright games, you know, you have to walk through every last step of every logical puzzle.
You can't skip ahead.
And Makoto here is demonstrating that he is going through everything and assuming nothing. He couldn't even assume that that was his own
This is kind of a stealth tutorial. If you think of like telling you how the game's going to be portraying the logic.
Okay, sure, but I mean, I wouldn't call that a tutorial because it doesn't require anything of us.
Well, that's why I said a stealth tutorial.
But rather it's showing Makoto's thinking, which is that he assumes nothing and is going to wait for evidence before he makes a conclusion every time. And that is, of course, why he's actually the hero of the game.
And plus...
And Chihiro and I found out that all the rooms are totally soundproof. Now that's worthwhile to know.
Yeah.
Because somebody goes in there, whacko, they're out.
I wonder how she found out.
Well, these are the sort of experiments that you need to do. Your next door neighbor could scream their lungs out and you wouldn't hear a thing. Well, each room also had a private bathroom, which could also lock. But it looked like there were only locks on the bathrooms in the girls' dorms.
I wonder why.
Well, the initial idea, the way it was presented, was sort of like kind of like a joke, like, don't sneak in and peep on the girls, ladies and gentlemen. But, of course, thankfully, Makoto is bringing this up. Huh? But when I checked my bathroom door before, it definitely seemed like it was locked.
Occupado!
That also means that when Junko and Chihiro were looking around, they didn't check Makoto's room. I guess because
How could they?
He
had the keys or whatever. Yeah. Oh yeah, they were looking around while he was unconscious.
Well, they said that the only people whose bathrooms had a lock were the girls, because that's how it was presented in the handbook and the note from Monokuma.
Right.
So they wouldn't be able to make that statement if they hadn't looked at some of the other boys' ones.
Which means it must be important and not just a joke.
Yeah. I mean, it's a joke too, of course. But
right.
That's weird. I should double check that later. That seems, just like those two commenters have said, like an extremely important point.
He's on to us!
Hey, come on.
Okay, so they got a bunch of rooms ready for us. They're assuming we're gonna be here a while.
Quiet down and listen.
Well, better to have than have not! At least we don't have to worry about surviving like wild animals!
Wild animals? In the halls of a... Well, okay, sure. I mean, Ishimaru is right about this.
That can't be all you have to report, can it, Mr. Honors Student?
Well, there are many people here who are clearly very bright. They must be, in order to achieve their title of ultimate whatever they are. However, Kiyotaka Ishimaru need not be a particularly bright person.
Well, there's no guarantee that Mondo or Sakura have to be bright to succeed in their field. They just have to be strong.
Well, I'm not talking about anybody else. I'm just talking about Kiyotaka.
Okay.
He clearly really just needs to be forceful.
Got it.
That's all for my report. Let's move on to whoever's next. Like how we call them out on it, and it's just like they drop it anytime they're called out on their ridiculousness.
Yeah.
You see...
Moving on.
It looks like Leon, Hiro, Junko, and Chihiro all grouped up together.
Yes, very good. Stay together. Build personal bonds of trust.
Thank God you don't have to do this 4 times.
We went all up and down the school, double-checking the windows in all the hallways and classes. We wanted to see if we could get any of those metal plates to come off. And what happened was...
Nothing. Not a damn thing. We couldn't get a single one to budge even a little bit.
You have to try to do it. You have to.
What should I do?
There wasn't any hope of escape anywhere. The school really has been totally cut off.
This is bad.
This sucks.
Bad.
It really sucks. It sucks. What the hell are we gonna do?
Hey, come on.
Goddamn, calm down. You're starting to make me nervous.
You should be nervous.
Right? The same goes for Hina, Sakura, and Mondo. Celeste, Toko, and Hifumi were left over, so they joined up.
I like how everybody other than Kyoko has also had a reaction here.
Yeah.
We thought maybe we could find some way to communicate with the outside, so we went looking all over.
Sorry.
But we didn't find a thing. Sorry.
Yo.
I went back to the main hall, thinking maybe we could do something about that giant hunk of metal. I punched it like 3 times and it didn't budge.
Like the shutters, I guess?
Maybe the... Oh, yeah.
What?
But even with Sakura and me both, it wouldn't budge. We hit it with desks and chairs, and nothing.
Yeah,
She even used some bear technique.
Yeah, so obviously, if these two can't make it move, it ain't moving.
It was hard as, like, metal.
Shut
up.
Very good description, Mondo. Excellent description. But, you just need to smash things. That will probably be one of your best uses. That and being straightforward.
Yes, indeed.
Well, yes, it is metal.
Anyway, if we're gonna get out of here, it's not gonna be through there.
I feel like I could just cry, but no, I have to hold it in. I have to manage my hydration. Remember, I'm an athlete. So then.
I shall tell you what happened next. It has nothing to do with the communicating with the outside world, but it's still worth worrying about. In both the school and dorm areas, there is a set of stairs leading up to another floor.
So we still can't go up the stairs.
Yeah,
But there were gates there, and we couldn't find any way to open them, so we couldn't check it out.
in other words, at this point we are only able to search the first floor.
However.
We can further assume that there is potentially something above the second floor as well. And if that's the case, there is at least a chance it may lead to a way out.
That makes sense. We're currently being corralled, but speculation on that point,
Is
we
pointless?
don't have enough information to say anything about that. But definitely any place that is seemingly possible to get to, we should attempt to get
Right.
to it. I mean, you never know. You break through the door that might lead outside.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you kind of doubt it's going to be so simple. But if you don't check and it turned out to be that simple,
Then you were stupid.
Yeah, you've been a fool the whole time. And lastly,
But not leastly,
Let's see.
if I'm being honest, I can't quite say we acted as one. Rather, we did nothing as one. We spent the entire time in the gym.
Most unfortunate.
Honestly, we're not exactly the types to go running around to school like a gaggle of junior detectives.
Jinkies!
What the hell were you thinking? Just sitting around the gym the whole time? Don't you even care?
Well, it's not like any of you invited me along. Nobody said, hey, come with us. So I hung out with the other pervert. I blame you for leaving me out. It's your fault.
So it was just the people who are not particularly responsible or social that just sort of
Basically.
hung around waiting for everybody else to do everything?
Basically.
This is the group that needs to be watched.
Yeah, you're right.
If you wanted to go with someone, you should have just said something!
Forget it. Like, I'd want to go anywhere with a dirty slut like you.
I still wonder if she really does have as nasty a heart as she seems to display.
Probably.
It's possible. I mean, it could just be that act, but
True.
slut?
Your mind is as thin as your body. You make me sick to my stomach.
Are you for real?
I don't even know how to react. How can you say something so awful to someone you just met?
Hey, come on.
Alright guys, everybody just calm down, okay? All this stress is bad for your skin, you know?
You shut up!
Yeah, it sounds like you two are so close now, you're fighting like sisters.
I don't think Toko can really get that close to anybody.
Right? Yeah, exactly!
I don't think that's what's going on, Sayaka.
So that's what they have to say, huh? Hifumi didn't say anything.
That is true.
Then I guess I'm the only one left. I went ahead and had a look around the dining hall. I found a fridge in the back of the kitchen, and it was overflowing with all kinds of stuff. I ate half of it.
What? I wonder how much food is here and if it will be restocked.
I would imagine so. Otherwise, there's absolutely no point in the whole you're gonna be here for the rest of your natural lives.
I mean, you would exactly that. you would assume that if they're supposed to be here for the rest of their natural lives, obviously that is not the goal.
Right.
We're aware of this. But that means that the food that's here has to be restocked at some point. If the food is restocked at some point, where is the food restocked from? Obviously, who would be Monokuma.
Right. It's possible that the fridge will just descend into the wall and then come back out loaded with food.
That is possible. That would mean that one way out would be on the other side of the fridge.
True.
If it is not something like that, then whoever it is that brings it has to enter from somewhere and has to leave. Furthermore, that means that Monokuma, or, I mean, whoever it is that's doing it, but it's Monokuma. There's so many of his bodies or whatever wandering about, I'm sure, however many there needs to be. It means that the reason that you can't leave your room at night is that's when there would be more access.
Yeah, there you go.
And so you have to have, like, the regulation devouring weapons.
Right.
Because otherwise the way out would be clear. Everybody could just stay up and then gradually figure it out, then just like rush them at night or rush the fridge or something like that.
Right. I just imagine Monokuma like waddling down the hallway with like grocery bags in his paws.
So the resupplying of food and water, I guess the water is just
Water
running.
can just be plumbed, yeah. Plumbed?
That made sense.
Yeah.
So I guess the running water takes care of that aspect. So food, very, very important.
Ooh, the running water's shut off at night too, though, remember?
Oh, that's
the
right!
Showers.
That's right. They made it a point of saying that the water doesn't run at night. Now,
Specifically, they said the showers, but it might have something to do with that.
Yeah, like, as in... I mean, it's not like somebody can climb through the plumbing.
Maybe Chihiro.
Well, I mean, Junko may be, like, the lightest, the thinnest person there, but, I mean, nobody's skinny enough to go through the pipes.
I know.
I wonder why. I wonder why the water is shut off, or at least the water to the showers.
That's good.
I guess we don't have to worry about food, at least.
That means that we have all the time in the world to figure out a way out.
So there's really no need to rush, but people are going to rush.
That's always how it's going to work. People are going to crumble to the pressure, or they were already going to assume that that is the best tactic, like defensively and offensively, and that is how you lose the prisoner's dilemma. Which, I mean, this is yet another take on, like, the prisoner's dilemma,
right.
You know? I'm not going to go into that yet, though.
Sure for now, but even with all that, there are 15 of us. How long can the food last, worries the fat one.
Well, it would make sense, right?
Yeah.
And now, of course, the dialogue is going to catch up to what we just spent time talking about.
You can just eat sesame seeds or something.
Maybe you can! What do you need, like 8 calories a day?
Huh? What am I? A parakeet? I don't think we have to worry about it. All the food gets restocked automatically each day. How do I know this? At least, that's what Monokuma said. Did he? I don't remember him saying that.
Well, I mean, You saw him? Yeah, I guess you didn't.
Yeah, he came out of nowhere while I was checking the fridge. Told me that, then disappeared again. He was so fast, I can't believe someone could have been moving him around with a remote control.
That's...
A weaponized toy that can just appear from nowhere. I can't tell if we're supposed to be afraid or not. But was everything okay? He didn't try to, like, eat you or anything?
Eat her? My mouth is watering.
Come to think of it, that is an option!
Oh, God!
I wonder if he could just ram people with that spike of a hairdo.
What do you mean by that? I mean when you say eat. What kind of eating are we talking about?
I see. Leave it to the ultimate doujin artist to want to indulge himself in the knowledge of every strange fetish out there. Come on, man, I don't want to talk about that.
Hey, you bastard.
What the hell, fatty? You're acting like some kind of sleazy drunk dude.
Actually.
Says, speaking of sleazy drunk dudes, not like there's a good kind of drunk dude.
Hey, stop screwing around, all of you! Are you still asleep or something? We're prisoners here. We could all just die any second.
Yeah, but there's no reason to freak out about it right now. There is a reason to be concerned, but panicking right now
I guess, I
is
mean,
going to cloud your judgment.
I guess you're right. I was going to say that one of the things that I do still really like about Junko is that she's like really focused and has been the whole time, like eye on the prize.
Right.
She's been engaging with the situation from the moment Monokuma appeared.
Yeah.
And has been one of the people who took the lead in like all the discussions since.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not trying to
No,
say anything bad.
No, I understand what you're saying. You're right that we shouldn't panic, but I do think that just like some of the people here are just kind of like hanging around trying to take it too easy.
I agree.
And I think that could be a problem. Like, one wonders if they're... I suppose it's probably because it's easier to let the people who are going to take a lead take that lead.
Yeah, but if everyone... I don't agree with that philosophy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't,
I got you.
either. I'm saying everybody needs to be engaged with the situation.
All right.
Because this is already creating some type of strife. Like Junko is thinking that Yasuhiro and Leon don't take things seriously enough.
Mm-hmm.
She was harping on Kiyotaka as well for
Right.
like not being competent enough. Or no, that was Toko that was doing that.
Yeah.
But it's like the seeds of strife are already coming up, and this needs to get this. It's going to happen, like the interpersonal conflict.
Right.
But for a completely ideal resolution, which we have no illusions that that's what we're going to get, for an ideal resolution, you've got to deal with this stuff immediately.
Shit.
She's right. We can't be making stupid jokes right now. We gotta do something, or...
Hey, I've been serious this whole time. I can't speak for this guy, though. A voice cut through the noise, interrupting Mondo.
You're all spending an awful lot of time yelling and carrying on. Do you really think you can afford to do so? Have none of you accepted the reality of the situation? Kyoko! Where the heck have you been? We already started the meeting without you instead of being concerned for your well-being like we should have!
That is a good point! She didn't say a word. Instead, she just dropped a piece of paper on the table. Huh? What's this?
It appears to be a map of Hope's Peak Academy.
A map?
What the? Where did you find this?
Well,
It doesn't matter where I found it.
That
Suspicious!
leading more credence to like what you were talking about, that she's been through this before.
Exactly. It does matter! You're really freaking us out right now!
Even if she is trying to help and is going to be like a consistent, trustworthy ally throughout, which I am not convinced that is the case.
Right.
But even if it were, she is not doing anybody any favors by being so secretive.
If she outright says that that's what the case and that's true, then they are all instantly going to distrust her from the get-go.
But they're already going to distrust her because she's clearly hiding things. She doesn't need to be, I'm not saying be completely open about everything
I
that
see what you're
happened,
saying.
because you may not be able to expect them to accept it.
Okay, I see what
But
you're
she
saying.
needs to be a bit less secretive.
Okay.
but more important.
It makes for good drama, of course.
Yeah.
But never mind that. What's it mean?
It would seem.
Just look at it. The building we're in right now is laid out in precisely the same way as Hope's Peak Academy.
Hey, that's a good point.
Don't ask how I know that.
Even we have been calling this place Hope's Peak Academy, but we're not really in Hope's Peak Academy at all. It is a different building.
Yeah.
I mean, it would have to be. So,
I mean, unless there is a supernatural element going on.
well, there's no reason to assume something
Right.
like that. So, what's significant about that? Did she already have the map? If she already had the map when she came here or never left or whatever,
Right.
then that would mean that people being sent here might have had, they might not have had all their possessions taken.
Right.
Like, I don't want to go too far with that idea.
I understand what you're aiming at.
Like the whole idea here is control over possessions. Either there isn't any, or Kyoko already had this, or
It's possible that's
more...
where she was.
What?
It's possible that's where she was. Getting the map.
Well, that's obviously where she was.
Well,
What I'm saying is, unless this map is laying around the school, where did she get the map? And if it's related to her having been here before, for instance,
she may have stuffed it somewhere last time.
and see,
hidden
these
it.
things
Yeah.
are important. It means that there's like it's kind of allowed to do stuff like that.
Right.
Or she could have like found a way to go somewhere else because she knew about it, say.
Right.
Like to go up the stairs or something like that. She would have known a location.
Yeah.
But that would also mean that she wasn't going to get punished for going to those locations.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Because there's no way that Monokuma wouldn't have known.
Yeah, with all the cameras and Monokuma's apparently coming out of the walls.
I mean, it's also probably encouraged to do things like that. I'm just saying this is something we need to keep in mind.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is, this really is Hope's Peak Academy?
True.
Well, in terms of its construction, yes. But it looks like it's had a number of strange renovations done to it.
No duh. Renovations?
Like gun cameras. I don't know all the details yet. All I found was details about the first floor.
But then, this really is Hope's Peak. We didn't get kidnapped and taken to some other place.
So stupid it's not even possible. This is where the country's future elite are supposed to come and learn?
But if this is really Hope's Peak, where are all the other students?
Hey, come on, guys. Let's just stop talking about all this, negative stuff.
You shut up! You are completely worthless in this situation.
Go away, ultimate cactus.
You need to, at the very least, start using your clairvoyance or something. Or something! Like, how can he be this laid back?
I wonder if he isn't using his clairvoyance.
You mean you wonder if he is?
Well, that's what I meant to say, sorry. I wonder if he is using his clairvoyance. And that's why he's trying to keep them all kind of calm?
That is possible. I mean, we don't know anything about Yasuhiro because there hasn't been a chance for us to. He practically never talks so far.
I mean, his expression right there does not seem as laid back as his words would indicate.
Well, yeah, but everybody's gonna have some sort of, like, more stressed portrait.
Right.
But that's something to keep, like, it's true. It's possible that we could be completely underestimating him, and he's actually doing what he can, or what he thinks is right, or thinks he can. But aren't you worried? Things don't look good.
Worried? What's there to be worried about? I mean, this was all planned out, right? The people in charge of Hope's Peak put this all together, right?
Or you're an idiot!
Right? Man, if I got stressed every time something like this happened, I'd have ectoplasm shooting out of my mouth.
What sort of things have you gotten through in the past? Oh yeah, this is like my 8th year through here.
That's why he keeps getting held back.
Good thing comes to those who wait, right? So we just gotta chill and everything will work itself out.
He's the first one going to die.
Of course. If he actually does have psychic powers, he has to be the first one to go, or that would be too useful.
Depending on how it works.
Yeah.
It's like, not all psychics can just turn it on when they want to.
I mean, that's true. We don't really know anything at all about how it works.
Right.
But it's just he's too disengaged, he's too laid back, he's gonna be an easy mark.
Yeah.
What's your problem?
Why are you laughing? What's so funny?
I'm just happy, that's all. It seems splitting up to investigate was a good idea after all.
Haven't you been listening? Looking around was a total waste of time.
I see that you're not very good at forward thinking either, but you don't appear to deal with stress particularly well.
Doesn't deal with anything particularly well. We didn't find a way out, didn't find who's behind this, and we still have no idea what's going on!
Oh,
Is it not crystal clear to you what's going on?
are you okay with this?
It is perfectly obvious that we have been imprisoned in some secret location with no way out.
I love her "are you an idiot" expression!
Yeah! And, like, that is a really intense glare.
It is!
None of us had any response to that.
There isn't one.
We didn't want to accept that reality, but it was staring us right in the face.
No, I believe Celeste is staring us right in the face.
She is kind of looking into the inside of my soul, isn't she?
You didn't have to go and say that. I was trying not to think about it.
Trying not to think about it is the worst thing you can do. Nobody wants to face something like this, but...
No way out. We're trapped here. What are we supposed to do?
Not what you're doing!
It's very simple. If you want to leave, you just have to kill.
Now you shut up! Don't even joke about that!
Everyone just calm down, please. We need to stop and think about what to do from here.
Thank you, Sayaka!
Seems like...
There's gotta be something we can do.
All we can do is adapt. Adapt to living our lives here from now on.
The Queen of Lies starts.
Live here? Are you saying we should just accept it?
Do you understand?
A lack of adaptability is a lack of survivability. Survival is not based on who is the strongest or the smartest. It comes down to who can adapt.
Actually,
As someone who has come out on top more than once, I have a suggestion.
What?
Huh? What do you mean?
I really don't think that we need to be listening to her suggestions.
At all.
Because, based on what little we know about her, she is fairly predatorial.
Yeah.
She is too good at winning and too focused on coming out on top.
Yes.
That's one of the many obvious reasons why she is completely untrustworthy. I mean, we could be wrong, of course, but having said that, one interesting thing to do in order to resolve a situation like her
Yeah.
would be, like, in order to eliminate her as a threat, would be to get her on your side.
Yeah.
Prove that you've got the right and the best way to win.
Yeah, and she'll throw her chips in your pile.
Exactly. Of course, she might stab you in the back later, but as long as you're aware of that...
Keep an eye on her.
We all understand that we are trapped here, which means we will be spending the night. However, you all remember the rule regarding nighttime, right? Nighttime is from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. Some areas are off limits at night, so please exercise caution. Okay, that was a detail that I didn't quite remember. It's only some areas that are off limits. Sleeping anywhere other than the dormitory will be seen as sleeping in class and punished accordingly.
let's see.
So, regarding this nighttime, I think we need to add a rule of our own. What do you mean? Going out at nighttime should be prohibited altogether.
That's actually a good rule.
That is a great rule. That is exactly in the spirit of what I've been advocating for this whole time.
That just makes me more suspicious of her.
Kind of, yes. That is absolutely it, because nobody is going to be suspicious.
If no one goes out at night.
Yes, it limits the ability of people to act in suspicious manners. However...
But if the rooms are soundproof, how's anyone going to know if someone leaves their room at night?
Which is exactly where I was going. But
okay.
how do you prove it? If it's just the honor system, then those who are already inclined to not respect the honor system can be that much easier for them.
Those doors had some pretty sturdy locks, so if someone had to break in, their tools of choice would be damaged.
Now, I'm not... maybe... I'm not actually assuming that somebody's going to try to break into somebody else's room when they leave, but that they'll be going out to set something up and do stuff we don't know about. It's just somebody prowling around at night is going to be a problem. They would have to be up to no good unless we're all doing it together.
Right.
Or, like, it's something that's already established, you know?
Yeah.
The school regulations do not actually tell us not to go out at night. I would like to make it official.
That's true. It's just, you can't go to certain areas and don't fall asleep outside of your room.
Right. I don't know why the don't fall asleep rule is there. We'll be thinking about it and talking about it later, I'm sure. But the certain areas is clearly because those are the times when there's got to be some access to the outside in some way.
Yeah.
Or access to Monokuma, or access to something.
Yeah. But why?
Are you okay with this?
The way things are now, every time night comes, we will all start to get worried and anxious. We will all be afraid someone might try and come kill us.
What?
If we have to worry about that night after who knows how long, it'll wear us down in no time.
I see.
So you're suggesting we limit our activity at night as a kind of preventative measure?
Indeed.
However, unlike the other rules, nobody can be forced to comply. We all have to agree to follow it. Again, Thank you very much. It's that we all have to agree together, and then whoever steps out of line
can be punished by the group?
Then the group kind of punishes them pretty severely.
Yeah.
Because that maintains group cohesion. It's kind of brutal, but so is this situation.
I was gonna say.
The enemy in this situation is not the group. The enemy in this situation is
individuals.
No.
Oh.
No, the enemy in this situation isn't the members of the group. It's the people who put you in this situation in the first place. Monokuma is the enemy.
Yeah.
It's not any of these people.
What can we do?
I see what you mean, but I think I can agree to that. It's just like the little goth lolly said. Without something like that, we're just gonna self-destruct. See? And again, Junko is on top of things, thinking about it seriously.
Listen to me!
On behalf of all the men here, I agree to comply. No one else gets a say in the matter.
Okay, of course you were gonna agree to comply. Kiyotaka is gonna be like, yes, it is a rule that can be enforced. I am all for it! But, you can only speak for yourself, man.
What?
Hey, you can't just decide to speak for us.
This is fine.
So everyone is in agreement? Good. Then, if you will excuse me. Huh? Wait, where are you going?
Let's see.
It is almost nighttime. I want to take a shower before it arrives.
Right.
No peeping.
I hope you are well.
So goodbye. Moving with pure elegance, Celeste left the dining hall. Her behavior seemed so natural, I couldn't imagine anyone even trying to stop her. Remember, she's a gambler in all manner of things. So she is going to have an extremely good, I don't want to say something as hackney as Poker Face.
Right.
But she is going to have control over her composure.
Right.
Because the more intimidating a person you appear to be, which, like being kind of stone-faced.
Right.
Like the easier it is, or the harder it is for people to find an opening on you, and the more you kind of pressure other people down by that.
Yeah. So I guess it's pretty obvious where we go from here. We'll be spending the night, it looks like.
More than one night, guys. Look, I'm all for everybody managing to find a way to overcome this situation, but it ain't gonna happen in like 2 or 3 days.
Adaptability.
She should have quite good adaptability.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Chairman, what next? One person already left.
Well then, what say we call an end to today's meeting?
You understand?
Like she said, it's almost nighttime anyway. We can reconvene first thing tomorrow morning.
That's a good idea.
Huh?
Do we really have to stay the night here?
What can we do?
We don't have a choice. We can't go for long without getting some sleep.
Okay, maybe the no sleeping outside rules to make sure that they go to the dorms, where they could potentially be a victim.
That is very possible, yeah.
Also, it would prevent someone from staking out a location overnight.
Yeah.
Because naturally, if you're staking out somewhere, you're going to want to rest somewhat, so you have more energy if you're planning to ambush someone.
It also provides like a level of control.
Yeah.
Like the ability to sort of control where people are going to be at a certain time.
Yeah.
This sucks.
So we just have to give up.
No, man! We just gotta keep at this.
That's all fine and good for today, but what do we do tomorrow?
Well, for now, we kind of need to relax and let things sink in. We'll relax as much as we can and let things sink in as much as we can.
Right.
And then tomorrow is when we start to figure this out as best we can.
So in the end...
Our only option is to split up and look around again, and let everyone know if we find anything.
Yeah, okay. Let's do that.
Aww.
Then we're done for today? Good. I'm exhausted. With heavy movements, everyone headed off to their private rooms.
Makoto, are you ready to call it a day?
Yeah, let's go. What else could we do?
Right?
Is this really where I'll be staying for the foreseeable future? Oh, that's right. I should check the bathroom one more time before I go to bed. Only the girls' bathrooms should have locks on them, right?
Yeah. That's a little suspicious.
before we get going to examining the bathroom...
An important asset of any quest.
Hey, the bathroom is an important place.
I can vouch for that.
You spend quite a lot of time in the bathroom in your life. Why are we talking about this? I did take a moment to look at the map, and I thought that there's a few things that I want to point out. I'm not going to go on for a really long time, but... Okay. Trash room.
Right.
And there's a hallway to it.
Oh.
What is this trash room, and why is it so big?
Well, it's probably got an incinerator.
That is possible.
For disposing of trash.
Yeah, I mean... Or maybe
bodies.
it's... Maybe a reason it is so big... I mean, yeah, you're very possibly true. Maybe a reason it's so big is because... Although the food may get restocked... The waste is not removed as frequently, so you would need such a large thing.
Yeah, because that would be a bigger weakness.
Right. So this is just a place that I have not missed the significance of it being here. Next, public restrooms. I had noticed them and thought it was weird when we passed them in the hall. But why are there public restrooms? Is this just because it's a school?
Convenience?
Huh?
Convenience? Maybe you don't want to go all the way back to your room. Like Hifumi's is at the far end of the hall.
I mean, look, that's like the normal real world argument for bathrooms
Yeah?
like this. But consider this. There has been bathroom. Let's talk more bathroom. Why are we spending so much time with this? Because it's weird. That's why. Everybody has a bathroom in their dorm room, and they've constantly, so far, they've gone out of their way to discuss bathrooms, the rules related to bathrooms, which bathrooms have locks. Makoto's about to examine his bathroom.
Right,
we already found it weird when in the last episode, when we tried to examine Makoto's bathroom, and now there are more bathrooms. Like, what are these for? I don't think... I just think that there is some significance to it.
Probably to tempt people to use them so that they can be isolated for murder attempts. It's for the convenience of murder.
You might have a point. I might be looking at a lot of this stuff from a more complicated perspective than it needs to be. It could be like to facilitate death. Okay, the dressing room, bathhouse, and sauna, all that makes sense. Dining hall, there it was. Warehouse. What's in the warehouse? Is that just for the food?
Maybe, but why can you go in there then?
Now, Monokuma said the food gets restocked
automatically,
day.
He said.
Automatically every day.
Yeah.
So why do you need this big old room to store it? Now, it could have to do with how the food is restocked. And again, there is going to be some value at some point to actually pouring through the map looking for vulnerabilities.
Yeah.
I really love doing stuff like that. In 999, the first time I played it, I'm not gonna lie, I actually sat around and planned out like potential combinations of people who could go through different doors just for fun. But one other thing that really needs to be brought up, kind of about the map and the food being restocked every day. Who said the food was going to be restocked every day?
Monokuma. Well, actually, Sayaka said that.
Yeah, Sayaka said it.
I guess there's no reason to necessarily trust that she saw Monokuma.
See, Sayaka said she ran into Monokuma in the kitchen. Nobody was around. Monokuma just appeared out of nowhere to tell her the rules.
And wouldn't that be kind of... Yeah, he would have told everyone the rules.
Everybody else has always gotten all of the rules. And is he going to miss a chance to grandstand?
Oh, of course not.
Also, who is it that happens to be the assistant of somebody else? Wouldn't a mole or otherwise
attaching themselves to someone in a subordinate position would appear to be the easiest way to make yourself and divert suspicion.
To divert suspicion.
Yeah.
Exactly that. So, Sayaka was by herself. Why didn't Sayaka go in a group with other people?
Well, several other people went by themselves as well.
Right.
Like, you can't say that that's suspicious by itself.
Okay, I guess you're right on that. But just the fact that she claimed to have run into Monokuma.
Yeah, that's what's suspicious.
And the fact that nobody makes a big deal about it is a reason that we need to pay attention to that detail.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Bathroom. Let's open it up.
It's still locked.
I gotta go to the bathroom! Is the whole reason that the public bathrooms are there is because Makoto can't get into his own bathroom? It's no use. It really is locked.
See if I have a freaking screwdriver in this toolkit or something. Jimmy, it open.
Oh. Everybody already agreed not to go out at night. So, how is Makoto gonna go to the bathroom?
I can't go at night, I guess. Or take a shower.
He's either gonna have to, like pee in the trash can, or it's going to make him be kind of suspicious.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna have to break the rules.
Well, unless the bathroom's not one of the closed off places at night. Oh, you mean the rules that everyone else agreed to?
Yeah, the rule that Celeste suggested. Of course, for all we know, he'll get into the bathroom in the next 3 lines. Ah!
Psst, wrong! Not locked!
What are you doing in my room, man?
I'm everywhere!
Holy crap!
Jeez, talk about an overreaction. It's like you just saw a ghost or something.
Well, half of you is white as a sheet.
Like some kind of robot bear. Ghost.
What are you doing here?
Bitch, I'm everywhere. Makoto Naegi, this is super duper majorly bad. So bad it's almost magical.
You lost a key to the bathroom, or you didn't make... You had me pegged as the wrong gender. You didn't make me a bathroom key. What is it? Can you blow up the door? Just blow up the door yourself. Why don't you do that?
Ultra magical, awful attack!
Don't use that attack!
In point of fact, I acknowledge that the bathroom in your room has a problem with the door frame.
Okay.
It's jammed.
That may be the case. Actually, Monokuma popping up right here actually does mean that perhaps Sayaka could have been telling the truth. Like, if there's a problem, it seems like he has so far popped up to deal with people individually. I still find it extremely suspicious, but it wouldn't be fair to not point out.
That's true.
It wouldn't be fair not to point it out. Wait, so the reason it won't open isn't because it's locked? The door just doesn't fit? Oh my god.
Hey,
Didn't you see the notice? What? Can't you read? The bathroom and the boys' rooms don't have locks.
Well, yeah, but I couldn't open the door to my bathroom.
Did the knob turn?
I don't know! This is a visual novel!
I mean, a lock on a boy's bathroom is kind of pointless, don't you think?
Well, yeah.
Well, it's not that it's pointless, I guess, but I'm no expert on the birds and the bees and all that.
I don't want to talk about the birds and the bees with you. I'm just saying.
Sexy pose! No. Anyway, there's a little trick to opening this particular ill-fitting door, and that's what I'm here to teach you. Okay, ready? So you just gotta turn the doorknob, then lift up while you pull.
Oh, yeah.
It's so easy a moron could figure it out.
There's all kinds of things like that.
yes indeed.
Go ahead, give it a try.
I mean, that's how I have to close the gate to the backyard.
That's true, yeah.
Turn the knob and lift the door up while I pull. When I did that, the door opened without a problem.
See? It opened right up.
Yay, I can go to the bathroom!
Isn't that crazy, though? Your door is the only one that doesn't fit quite right. You're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But looks like you're not lucky at all.
Bye-bye.
Anyway, I suddenly don't feel like being here anymore. Bye!
No comment about the luck. I think we've discussed that enough up to this point. And where are you going to go, and from whence did you spring?
Just a hatch in the floor, I guess.
Hey, wait! Was that really a hatch in the floor? Damn it!
It's not going to address it.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m.
Oh, do we get one of these every night?
That'd be awesome.
Or is it the same recorded message?
Well, it doesn't really matter. He can have as many of them as he needs.
Well, yeah, of course.
As such, it is officially nighttime.
Well, for instance, if it is not a recorded message, and it is something that is given live, this would be a point in which you would know his fixed location.
But like I said, he can have as many of them as he needs to be. So you would just know where that one's located.
One would assume there's not 1,000 of them running around.
And he might not be able to control them all at once?
Maybe not. I don't know.
I see where you're going.
But what I'm trying to do is pin down every point of fact that we have. Every bit of knowledge that you can actually come up with. If this is not a recorded message that is going to be delivered at night, every night, then here is a point in which you know where he's going to be and what he's going to be doing. And you can't say that about any other time.
That's true.
Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited.
So we can't go to the dining hall, so no midnight snacks.
Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
If there's any bed bugs in here...
Right?
Then that was you, man. Looks like it's nighttime. We all promised we wouldn't leave our rooms now. All I can do now is try and get some sleep, which really is the best thing he can do.
Yeah.
As much sleep as you possibly can.
They're gonna need every ounce of energy they have to get through this.
Yeah. While still mumbling to myself, I collapsed into bed. My eyes closed almost immediately. It's not that I was ready for bed exactly. I was just utterly exhausted. It was as if I'd spent an entire day staring at a TV watching movies.
I appreciate the compliment, but I'm just a bear.
Or like some kind of illusion where I'd been tossed into a made-up fantastical world. Yeah, that feels about right. There's no easy way to just accept the situation we've suddenly been dropped into. So, this is how the curtain closed on my first day at Hope's Peak Academy.
That night, I dreamed about a short man with a long nose in a prison.
No, I think that's a different game. Soon enough, I was asleep. Would it be too much to hope that when I woke up, I'd realize it was all a dream? It's kind of lame as far as endings go, but I'd be fine with that. Actually, that'd be the best.
No such luck.
Monokuma Theater?
In any normal school, Mr. Monokuma would be a kind teacher. But when I think about what's coming up, I'm just so full of pride and joy. Our ceremony earlier today was absolutely splendid. Thank you all very much. Remember that you're all students of Hope's Peak Academy and strive to refine your ideals.
I am striving to refine my ideals of cooperation to kick your ass. Also, can I please dream about the guy with the long nose now?
I swear to you, I will send you all off into a new tomorrow.
I'm sure you will.
Via rocket ship.
What a lovely way to wake up.
Good morning, everyone. It is now 7 a.m. and nighttime is officially over. Time to rise and shine.
Also, where is the room he is? Like, is this even in the building? It doesn't have to be.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be.
But this would appear to be a fairly important room. Mind you, getting into this room might actually be all it takes to escape.
Right.
Maybe.
Get ready to greet another beautiful day.
He certainly got enough freaking cameras.
Also, what does he do with the wine?
It's just there for effect. Maybe it's engine oil.
Apparently it's morning, but thanks to the total lack of windows, there's no way to know for sure.
I know of a way to know for sure. Look at that happy little sun. Okay.
I don't want to look at that sun anymore. Thinking about it, they could be using the it might not actually be the time that anybody ever says it is.
That's true.
And
if they're controlling all the display?
And they could be using like sleepy time as a way to like wear people down by only giving them so much sleep.
Yeah.
I mean, remember, it's bookended by an announcement.
It may
not be like that every day.
And they don't have any personal possessions like a watch or something.
Maybe we do, and there are clocks, but I mean, what the clock says is irrelevant.
Yeah.
Anyway, what should I do now?
Well, if that is what they're doing, then they could tell that it's fake by the watch.
That's true.
So if all their possessions were taken, they must have taken the watches, if that's what they're doing.
Right, which there's no guarantee that is the case.
Right.
But, questioning...
everything.
Not accepting any of the most basic facts about the situation that you are given is the way that you begin to figure out what's going on in these games.
Yeah.
We have both played enough games like this to understand that we are being completely lied to about all the basic facts.
Basically, yeah.
And at this point, I don't trust any of the basic facts. Maybe I should go find Sayaka, and we can figure out where to go from here together. She did say she's my assistant now. Okay, it's decided. I'm gonna head to her room. With a newfound determination, I left my room.
Stab! I'm just kidding.
One of these days, we are going to just walk out of the room and Makoto is going to get stabbed. And it'll all be your fault!